guys, I am super excited about today's team call. I look fabulous, don't I? I know, the joys of working from home. So I am really, really excited about today's team call. This month we've been talking about recruiting, and we actually planned out this month a couple months ago. And when we picked the topic, I'm like, I know who we need to have speak, because Heather is someone who is not shy to share this coaching opportunity. Like, if you know Heather, she's not shy. And she is the girl that goes into Maurice's and like they know she's a coach. She'll be like standing in the aisles of a grocery store and talking to people like about shaker cups when they're buying. Like, I hear stories from her all the time about people she's met. And I'm like, we need someone to, you know, help us step out of the Beachbody closet and like to be proud that we're coaches instead of just like tiptoeing around it in our posts or tiptoeing it when, you know, you're sitting at the doctor's office and they ask your occupation. Like, freaking own the fact that you're a coach. So Heather is going to speak some awesome truths into us. I'm turning off my webcam. I'm muting myself. Grab your pen and your paper and take some mad notes because she is going to bring the fire. Okay, over to you, girl.
Okay, so I gotta be honest, I was not always that way. I was not always the person who stood in the grocery store and told people what I did. I was not the person who walked into Maurice's and told people what I did. Like, it took me a really long time to get to that point as far as sharing in person that I'm a coach. I think that I was embarrassed and afraid that people were going to like laugh at me or think that I was like lame or something because I was trying to do this business. Like, MLMs just have such a nasty, I don't want to say like reputation, but there's so many of those businesses really are slimy and they're not out to help people. They're just out to make money. So I feel like I was afraid that people would judge me as a Beachbody coach because I was part of an MLM. I feel like it made the business a lot less legitimate to myself because I let those fears rule me. So we all tend to take things a lot less seriously. Like, let's be real. If you started a job as a teacher and you didn't own the fact that you were a teacher, the kids probably aren't going to take you terribly serious, right? Like, if you're just like, oh yeah, sometime we'll do this assignment, like, it's not a big deal. Of course, they're going to think you're a total joke. Well, it's no different in our business. Like, we've got to own the fact that we're a coach. We've got to live it. We've got to breathe it. And we got to scream it, you guys. So if we don't talk about it, it's really easy for us to walk away. So that's why so many coaches will sign up for this business and then they'll fail. They never take that step out of the coaching closet. We need to tell people that we're coaching. We need to tell family, people that we randomly run into, because sharing behind a computer screen, that's ridiculously easy. We all know that people are either really nice or really mean behind a computer screen because they don't have any skin in the game. They don't see a reaction on the other side of the screen. So it's easy to message people behind a computer screen and just assume that they're either going to say yes or no. We don't know what they're doing behind the computer screen. I think it's a lot scarier in front of a person because reactions, we see how they're reacting in general as far as like, oh, you're just a coach, like it's whatever. Like, it's a scary thing, I get that. But more often than not, people in my life, random people that I've never met before, are super supportive of my business. So basically what I want to tell you guys is to set up opportunities for yourself to share this business. So when you're walking around at work, obviously we're products of the product, right? I want you, when somebody asks, what are you doing? How did you lose this weight? Like, you're looking great. Own the fact that you're a coach. Don't just say, oh, I used this program and it was pretty good. Like, I used 21 Day Fix and I lost this much weight. No, own that fact that you yourself were helped by a coach and you yourself are a coach and you're ready to help other people. Say, you know, I did this program and my friend introduced me to it and now I'm trying to show it to my friends because I know how much it works. Like, we have so much experience with these products. We use them every single day. So why is it that we are afraid to tell people about them? It's the same thing with our friends. I, for a really long time, had a hard time telling my close friends like that this was the thing I wanted to do with the rest of my life, that I wanted to quit my job as a respiratory therapist, which people think are legitimate jobs. Like, any job is legitimate, but I was afraid to tell my friends that I wanted to leave my job that I went to college for to be a Beachbody coach. I was terrified that they were going to make fun of me and talk behind my back. But finally, I told them, and what do you know? A bunch of them signed up as either personally sponsored coaches of mine or of my personally sponsored coaches. Like, it's easy to tell yourself that something bad's going to happen by sharing this with people that you know. But more often than not, these people are going to be really impressed that you're taking initiative in your life. You're trying to change your life, and you're trying to help others change theirs. Think about how big the obesity epidemic is in this country. Think about even your own hometown. If you walk into the grocery store, how many healthy people are you going to see? Well, healthy, they may not be healthy, versus people that are heavy and really overweight. More often than not, you're going to see somebody who's overweight walking those grocery store aisles. It's obviously a problem that we have a solution for. So why are we so afraid to share it? So tell your friends, because seriously, those are going to be the first people that are going to support you in anything you do. They're really probably not the best friends to have, right? You want friends and people supporting you that are going to really support you. I can't remember if it was John Maxwell. I don't remember for sure who it was, but you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And I wholeheartedly believe that. My life before Beachbody, I was surrounded by a bunch of people who were overweight, they were unhealthy, and they had terrible attitudes. And guess what? I was really overweight, I was really unhealthy, and I had a horrible attitude. The second that I got myself away from those people and stuff with people like you guys, really upbeat, positive, people working towards becoming the healthiest selves they can be. Look at me. Like, I've lost 45 pounds with Beachbody so far, and I'm healthier because of it, because I surround myself with those people. So be the person that your friends need. Be the person that they should follow, not the person that they should laugh at. The place that Michaela talked about that I love sharing my business is in stores, because keep in mind, these people, 9 times out of 10, you're never going to see again in your life unless you reach out to them. I think 2 or 3 of my favorite customers have Reese's and Vanity, because I'll go into those stores and most of the time I am shopping for a smaller pant size than what I'm wearing. Like, I'll be hiking up my pants, walking through the store, and inevitably they come up to you and ask you, what are you looking for today? And I'll say, oh, I'm looking for a new pair of pants. I dropped another pant size, and so I'm looking for a new style because this is what I liked to wear, but I've got the love handles gone. I can wear something lower rise. What would you recommend? That opens the door for them to start a conversation with me about fun clothes, because really that's why they're there. They enjoy selling clothes. And the fact that I've lost weight. 99% of the time they say, awesome, congratulations. What did you do to lose your weight? And it's an easy segue into the Beachbody business. Because really, anytime you're sharing about your weight loss, you can share the fact that now you do this to help other people. And really, that's what we should be leading with. We're obviously not in this business to make money, because just selling stuff on a 20% commission, unless you sell a week, is not going to make, like, let's be real. It's the recruiting people who are of the same mindset, wanting to help people just like you do, that's going to actually make you money in this business. So, I mean, sharing with people that you don't know and you have no skin in the game with, that is easy for me. Because if those people do think I'm a total quack and think that it's like really special of me that I'm selling products like this in an MLM, I don't care. I have no reason to fear them again. It doesn't matter. I'll just be that random chick that they saw in the grocery store or in Reese's or in Vanity that told them about this product that they don't really give a rat's about because, well, they probably don't work. Like, that's what people think if they're wanting to be negative about it, right? But I don't care. I'll never see them again. If they don't like me, I get to walk away and I'll never even know. I can walk away from that conversation saying, that was a good conversation. Like, I can have a positive feeling one way or the other. Like, it's all about how you take it. So sharing yourself at stores, that's really easy. I walk down the health food aisles at Fred Meyer's, and if people are like they aren't really sure what they're looking at, I can give them advice because, well, we learn a lot about nutrition with Beachbody. If they're staring at the shaker cups, I can tell them, oh, that one didn't work very well with my Shakeology. I like this one. And again, it opens. Usually it's that really crappy knockoff of Shakeology there, and they ask about a comparison. I mean, really, this is a lot more simple than we make it. We just let those fears get in the way. Just step out of your Beachbody closet, whether it be in person or online. If you haven't made this step online yet, you need to break out of that closet, because if people don't know that you're a coach, how are you ever going to help them? There's thousands of coaches. Like on my friends list, I probably have 50 friends that are coaches, and I see them posting all the time. Why would somebody seek you out if you aren't actively showing that you're a coach if they see these other 50 people coaching? And that's not to say that this business is flooded, because obviously it's not, or we wouldn't have an obesity epidemic in this country anymore. That's to say that you need to show who you are and why you can help the people that you love. Like, step out of the closet. What's stopping you? I want you to sit down today and I want you to think about 3 things that make you not want to share your business. Like, what are those 3 things? They might be 3 fears. They might be stuff that you aren't really quite sure about yourself. Like, maybe you feel like you're not in a place that you can share. I can tell you that's a lie. Do I look super skinny? No, but I am showing up and I am working on myself and I am eating better. Like, I can share all of these things, and people who are in my place in this journey, they identify with that. So I don't care where you are in your journey. I don't care whether you haven't had a huge transformation, because maybe you're one of those people who, you know, you start maybe 10, 15 pounds to lose is all. And so you don't feel like you've had that big transformation. That doesn't matter either. Someone somewhere is going to identify with your journey, but how are you going to reach them if you don't step out of that closet? Like, really, that's all it comes down to. You need to get rid of the fear. You need to stop feeling embarrassed. You need to step out of the closet and legitimate to not only yourself, but to those around you. Because really, until you do that, where do you think you're gonna go? You can't grow unless you have people following you, right? So I want you to think about those things today. I know this call is kind of short and sweet, but it's to the point. So figure out how you want to angle yourself so you can share this business more effectively. And really, I think that's all I've got.
Awesome. Seriously, short, sweet, to the point, rockin'. One of the things that I wanted to add on to Heather's, because I thought it was awesome, she talks about how when you go into a store and you start talking to those people, and she talks about how, like, you're never going to see them again if you tell them about this. You guys, like, she's brilliant, because, okay, these people that she's talking to at like Maurice's or your favorite stores that they sell and they come up to you, like, you know, the buckle challenge where you try to get to the back of the store and out before someone comes up and talks to you. Those kinds of people would be incredible coaches to have on your team, because they already have had to step out of their comfort zone and do belly to belly through sales of clothing and things. So like, that is a great tool. They're coming up to you, approaching you, and you get to share this business opportunity with them. And it's not something that's really completely out of their comfort zone, because they already share, I mean, they already have to step out of their comfort zone every single day doing sales of clothing. So I think that's awesome. I'm going to grow a pair sometime. I don't shop a whole lot, but I'm going to grow a pair. And next time I go into a store and someone comes up to me, I'm going to own the fact that I am a coach. Don't be afraid to write it down on your occupation, like when you go to the eye doctor or the dentist. I used to put stay-at-home mom, and the first time, I can remember this for a fact, the first time that I put down that I was a Beachbody coach, it was an eye doctor. The lady saw it, the receptionist, and she immediately started asking me about PIO. Immediately. And I was like, oh, do you have a coach? And she goes, no, I just saw an infomercial and I bought it. And now she's one of my customers. So, I mean, I just think about what Heather said, and I'm just like, duh, light bulb, like, share those things, because you never know. It opens the door for conversation. Because this lady was talking about PIO, maybe she had a coach, but I ended up asking her if she did, and she didn't. Because a lot of people buy products from the infomercials, and they don't know who their coaches are. Do you have anything to add to that, Heather? Sorry, I kind of just, like, took that because I was just like, that's amazing. Like, they're already salespeople. So...
That is what I actually didn't even think about. So I went to my allergist because I was having really bad allergies, like to the point that I was using an inhaler like every hour. So I finally like even though I'm a respiratory therapist, had to suck it up and go to the doctor. Well, I did put it down. I put down that I'm a coach, and the doctor, like, normally the doctors like just kind of skim those, like they don't really read the intake forms, but apparently at this office, they like actually transfer over to like the patient file, which I'm assuming is so he knows like how controlled our asthma really needs to be type thing. But anyways, he asked me about it, and he's like, wait, that's that Shakeology stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, like that's a good part of it. Like that's where a lot of my nutrition comes from, because I have these other food allergies. So it spurred this whole conversation, and he actually took 5 business cards from me to put on his counter, because he realized that there's a lot of people who can't eat a lot of like the raw foods. So, I mean, that was another door that got blown wide open for me. I've had 3 people contact me about the ingredients for Shakeology from his office. So that is genius. Like it really, I wish I would have remembered to say that. But yeah, put it down as your occupation. Like own that crap. Like if you're doing this and you want to make this your business and your lifetime income, why are you not screaming it from the rooftops? Like, because seriously, like even if I just get one person that gets Shakeology from me from that one connection, like that's an awesome outlet for me. And that one person is probably either going to join as a discount coach, or at the very minimum share with their friends that, hey, I can finally do something better for my health because of this. Like, I don't know why I forgot to say that. That's genius.
No, you're good. I just was like, oh my gosh, mind blown. Hello. And I think that's just, I don't know. It is just, I want, one of my last things before we finish up is, you know, she talks about like, you need to talk about that you're a coach, and you need to talk about it in your interactions, day-to-day life. You also need to be sharing it on your Facebook. If you're not, like she said, if you're not sharing it at least once a week that you're a coach, like your first challenge when you sign up as a coach, have that calendar for you, your first post you ever do as a coach is that you post saying, I am a Beachbody coach. Do you know how many people avoid that and skip it? Like 85 or 90% of brand new coaches skip that because they're scared. So I'm issuing you a challenge. She is issuing you a challenge to write down your 3 fears that are stopping you from sharing this business. And I'm issuing an extra challenge. I want you to post today that you are a Beachbody coach. Like, don't just say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Like, don't just post, like, I did a picture of your Shakeology and T25 and say, hashtag Beachbody coach. Like, come up with a post. It's Transformation Tuesday, so you could do a transformation from being someone who wasn't a coach to what coaching has given you now. But I am challenging you to do announce that you were a coach today. Step out of the Beachbody closet, even if you've done it already before. Your Facebook, like we've said, is a revolving door. So post today that you are a Beachbody coach and that you're proud of it and why you're proud of it. And then I want you to share it in the crew page. Because I can tell you from personal experience, I have a post ready to go about it. With everything that's happened in my life, if it weren't for being a Beachbody coach, I would have not shared my story. I would not share the struggles I was going through. And I know you guys have reasons why you're a coach or you wouldn't have signed up for it. So there's your homework. Do what Heather says, your 3 fears, what's stopping you, and obliterate them, figure out how to overcome them. And then I want you to do stepping out of the Beachbody coach closet post today, okay? So I want to thank Heather for being on because she just lighted a fire. If you need to rewatch it and take notes, do it because she has a lot of little like nuggets of gold in there. If your coaches weren't on, be sure to share the recording with them. Next week, we have Brittany Hunting speaking to us, and then a lot of us are getting ready to go to Nashville. We're not going to Summit. I want you to really consider going next year. They will start to sell tickets while we are in Nashville, so be prepared for that. I don't know dates. I don't know how much it's going to be. They kind of change ticket prices, but be prepared to go. If you're wanting to build this business, you need to be at Summit next year. But you can watch the opening and closing events on YouTube, and I will share that information with you guys. So I want to thank you for being on. I want to thank Heather again for sharing her fire, for sharing her insights. We're really blessed to have her as a member of this crew. We're blessed to have you all as members of our crew, and I will see you guys next week.